Okay, they go Pugna. They have pretty much 3 cores that can go in any lane right now, technically.
End up making up for that quite a bit, especially if you end up getting that talent later on. Era is mid right now in the Void Spirit, level 3, has only 1 1/8 of Remnant, will connect onto Weehaw. Supreme gets off the ult of his, along with Saberlight actually coming in. So the life drain was there, but it gets canceled off as GH is here to support his comrade in arms. But Supreme will live through the Necro ult. Of course, it was used mostly for the stun, as Weehaw looks like he will live. There's the Coddle Blast. Kuroki dealing a lot of damage. Supreme has to decrep himself just to live through the day. GH will finally be the first one to fall in this engagement, as Era now on the run. So it looks like in the end here, Nip come out on top in terms of the trades.
Obviously, there's a lot of freedom to move for the Jakiro now with Bounty Hunter level 5. He's just going to keep stealing gold from Dragon Knight. DK will never die in this lane, but his farm will be reduced.
Weehaw in the lane too long, as Nip was basically there the whole time just waiting, and then it ends up benefiting them quite a bit. Going a hood. Wow. Is that right?
I mean, you look at the Dire lineup, what's the physical damage component? You have a Nature's Prophet who needs items and talents. Oh, good Sprout.
Oh, Miracle getting blocked off. And it looks like the life drain is going to be just enough, as Air was there to help watch and clap. As top lane, looks like the Ice Path will connect onto Mind Control. Charlie is surrounded by 3 heroes, though. And here comes Saberlight. This is the global presence that you get with the Nature's Prophet. Gets GH in his grasp. Will attempt to TP out, but the Ice Path is actually not even needed. Charlie just dealing a lot of damage. Has Phase Boots. Crown will be going for the drums.
With the Illusion Rune. That's why he used it, or he would have saved it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're seeing some clear weaknesses in NIGMA's lineup right now with what it's not able to do. The lineup has very, relatively... Oh, hang on. We'll talk later.
Oh, another blast onto 3 heroes with the Ice Path to follow. Mind Control's going to go down. Era jumps in, and it looks like they'll find 2 heroes right off the bat. The Necro ult will go off. It's not enough to take out Seneko, as the heal is there for Supreme. 3 dead for Team NIGMA, and it looks like Weehaw will be the 4th. As Nip, I actually was wondering why they stayed so long, despite the tower going down regardless, but... Oh boy. Miracle, decrept, and he's just dead. Just like, oh my god. Whew. Charlie's Shuriken was only level 3, but the decrep amplifying that damage to a high degree. Era looks like he's going to find Weehaw. Sprout coming in. Mind Control should be able to help out here. Illuminate comes out in the meantime. Looks like Coddle actually dies very quickly, as Weehaw, of course, very tanky on this Necrophos, but when you're surrounded by the literal entirety of NIP, means that you will fall regardless. So these track kills are starting to add up real fast, as they have a 5k net worth lead. My goodness.
Does Nature's Prophet have the pipe soon? I think, is it full pipe? Oh my goodness. How are they going to kill people right now?
He sure does, as they're going to go on top of Weehaw again. He's already at half HP, but there's the ultimate from Kuroki. Gets 4 people in his midst. Looks like they'll be able to find the Pugna pretty easily. Weehaw actually uses his ult to finish him off, despite being extremely low. Saberlight attempting to TP out. Looks like he will do so successfully. So maybe a little bit questionable ult from Weehaw, as they could have gotten a 2nd kill.
I would just honestly, maybe a Mjolnir? Just put it on a front line hero and just get to work, do all that magic damage.
Another trap is potentially set here from the Radiant side, as there's the ult, the Will-O-Wisps. Charlie is stuck, and he's going to pop the drums. It looks like he's going to take the Necro ult to the face. 50 seconds on the deck, which means Nip as a whole just needs to get the hell out of dodge. They will finally save a stun for this pesky Nature's Prophet. That's going to be a 2nd kill now, as Weehaw starting to get back into this game. He's top of net worth on his team. Yeah, he's going for a Lotus Orb now, it looks like.
Yeah, so to finish off on the Nature's Prophet build, I'm just thinking about alternatives, because, yeah, the Nullifier is really great against Necrophos, but... Oh, Mind Control. We'll never finish thinking. That's fine. So just live.
He's at half health, but no allies are even remotely close. It feels like the main benefit from Nip's lineup is just push, right? And split pushing is part of that with Saberlight. They're going to find Miracle on the stun there, but the TP support from NIGMA is out of control. Miracle is going to continue on to Saberlight as the buyback from the Dragon Knight. Mind Control coming back. He does not have ult for another 10 seconds to see if this fight will continue or not. Saberlight able to TP out thanks to the Glimmer. Was that Seneco's Glimmer? Who was that? Or did he buy one himself? Well, Mind Control's gonna pop the ult regardless. The dust is applied to Charlie. Can't use the drums for a while. But it looks like that Mind Control ult will be completely wasted. Weehaw was tracked and smoked. So I feel like they should know about this. As the outpost will be successfully taken over. So it's a 1-for-1 split. Miracle is going to run right into Saberlight. There's the Sprout. Quelling Blade was actually on cooldown. No, he's on the bottom side. He's going to get destroyed. My goodness, this damage. Holy jeez. And now they are absolutely on the run here. Dragon Tail onto Saberlight. Era. Going to find the Sprout, but doesn't last very long. Obviously, with the Quelling Blade on Dragon Knight as well, but he is completely surrounded. Looks like Mind Control will fall. This is not quite a dieback, but his respawn time will definitely be quite high. 60 seconds on the deck for him. This is the scary part. Spirit Vessel is finished onto the Bounty Hunter, like you talked about. GH is barely going to get clipped there, and that's going to be another kill in their favor and another track. All the gold is in Nip's pocket right now. 8K net worth lead.
It's looking pretty grim for the Radiant side. And man, Dragon Knight, can I just say he has no game? Honestly, Mind Control just has no game. He had to lane against Bounty Hunter, got his gold stolen all the time. Now he bought back and died again. He has the same net worth as the enemy Jakiro at minute 22.
I mean, Necro, Weehaw, caught off guard. Shuriken's going to do a decent amount of damage. Spirit Vessel is applied. Looks like Coddle is going to use his ult. It's going to clip 2 heroes. Saberlight is going to be the main one, but they're going to focus onto the Pugna. Supreme at half HP. Era dealing as much damage as he can with the Astral Step. Looks like they will find Weehaw first, as GH looks to be next on the list. And now Nip is just continuing to clean up. Mind Control inside his dragon form, relatively early actually, going to drop as well. 3 dead. Miracle will be the 4th. Pops the Essence Ring, but doesn't matter. It's not enough. As Nip snowballing their way to what looks like could be a quick game.
Or you need to have a secondary plan that you think is going to work better against this particular hero. We're talking a lot about the Bounty like he won the game on his own. I think they've just had insane spellcasting and IP. The Jakiro and the Void Spirit have done so much.
Oh, Weehaw, nice quelling there from Miracle, helping Weehaw out as much as possible. Kuroki has Will-O-Wisp, puts it down, catches the entirety of Nip, basically. They're going to get the Necro ult onto Era. That's going to be the first one to drop here. BKB, new one, picked up by Charlie. That's 10 seconds, my friend. Weehaw just getting right-click down into Oblivion. Looks like Troll Warlord is next on the list. And regardless of the fact that Era died first, it looks like NIGMA will lose this fight pretty heavily. Sinefu getting off his full combo, and Troll just blows up at half HP. He just gets blown up when he's in Decrepify. There's another Decrepify on GH this time, and yeah, this one, it has to be close to over, Synderen. Kuroki in the fountain. Will they dive? My favorite mechanic in the game. Yes, I love it. That wasn't quite a dive, but that's okay.
The fountain didn't even hit anyone. You want the fountain to have more range too, or what?
Global
insane
range.
Dive they just did there. It definitely needed more
I was
range.
anticipating the dive and it didn't work out, as they call it GG.
Damn, what a stomp. Okay,
yeah,
I did not I have to say, after I saw the draft, I did actually not think this game would go this way at all. I thought NIP would put up a way better fight and that their timing would work, but when they lost 2 fights early on, they were just almost doomed here.
Oh, Kuroki has to pop his Fairy Fire. He's taking a lot of damage. First blood's going to go the way of Charlie on that Troll Warlord. He's attempting to show Miracle how it's done. Supreme taking a lot of damage. Weehaw not able to finish him off. Still 6 wand charges, of course. Era did, by the way, still level 1, did steal the Bounty Rune amidst Kuroki. But Kuroki will be fine in the jungle. Here's Mind Control. Does get that 1 kill we talked about. We called it, Synderen. But we said Saberlight wouldn't feed, so that means he won't die anymore in lane. Unless he's ganked. That doesn't count. Weehaw, in the meantime, might not be able to save himself as Puck comes in. Supreme, able to take him out with quick succession. I can't speak. GH.
I'm honestly impressed with Miracle's CS line here. Having 34 and 7 against this lane is really good. So he's doing an excellent job laning.
Ooh, Impale. Yeah. Weehaw's continuing on. He has Laguna Blade. Oh, And that'll be used. Easy kill. Not sure. Wasn't checking the cooldowns on that. That's a good point. The rubber band patch was one of the worst of all time. To go along with Jug Troll, that was a pretty terrible patch. It's all relative. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, bottom lane. Mind control. Will he die this time around? Stampede is used, and they will finally take him out. Did have his ult, but wouldn't have gotten out. Level 1 ult takes so long to actually activate.
Do you have the burst to get through? Chen is getting a mech soon as well, by the way. Can you get through Hand of God and this beefy Underlord front line to get kills with Puck? And who are you ganking with? I think Puck has to gank with Centaur, right? Oh, that's a good kill. Yeah, he's really out of position.
Here's the answer to your question. Just kill Weehan in the jungle. But the Hand of God is going to keep him alive a little bit longer. Caudle does use the ult a little bit defensively, but I think that was the right move. It dissuades the rest of Team NIGMA from coming in.
Dota is a very complex game. It's very difficult to do it right every time. Whether you're playing, casting, or patching the game. Everybody makes mistakes, including Supreme. He just got caught off guard.
Supreme, LSA. Yeah, very nicely done. Spike Carapace, of course, setting all of that up. Level 4 is a 2.4 second stun. Pretty nice. Especially
on Radiant side, it's easier to get access to this area and control it.
Oh, steal it with Illuminate. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, no. Close. So very close to Naked.
Because if he does do that and they fail 2 fights, his hero is just meat, right? Yeah. This way he ensures that he stays relevant. So maybe they identified that they weren't favored enough.
Oh my goodness.
He died.
Well, the other thing to think of, and I know this is probably the wrong mentality. Maybe not. We've seen Maelstrom. I don't know how fast you would ever get Mjolnir on a hero like Troll, but Maelstrom is definitely a normal pickup from time to time. Saberlight getting slowed perpetually from Miracle. Then Echo being found out by Mind Control. Does have his Pit of Malice available. Well, he actually gets Yules very shortly before that. Coil onto 2. This is the time to try to kill Miracle if they can, but no damage to follow. Nice blinding light, but that's going to be the death of Lina to start this fight for Team NIGMA as Troll comes into the fray. Able to take out one here. That's the Aegis, though. And it looks like the Underlord will not be able to get out with the Dark Rift. Miracle now on the run at half HP. Suneko still here with his mech fully good to go. Spirit Vessel is applied to Miracle. He's going to attempt to get out. Doppelganger. Is he faking this? No, my God. He gets bursted through the illusion. And that is 3 for nothing. And the same problem. Ping was there. I'm not sure if NIGMA is aware of this or not. Of course, like he talked about, the Roche was taken.
Saberlight's going to start it off.
Be able to get it. Yeah, he gets stunned right off the bat. Puck gets 2 in his coil, but Peel is not one of them. That's a really important hero to get into that coil. They're going to find the Nyx Assassin. Looks like he will be the first to fall, but 2 big ults are used just for that. Chen will be the follow-up kill. Buyback onto the GH. Hiroki at half HP. Still has Hand of God available. Wants to wait until some teammates are a little bit low to get full value out of that. Saberlight, of course, with that Crimson Guard. Double impale from the buyback onto GH. Is now Era in quite a bit of trouble. Has to time-lapse that. Weehan, weird position again. Completely surrounded by enemies. He's going to get taken out pretty easily by the support Era on the Weaver. I believe this last right click should do the trick. Indeed it does. Troll Warlord very low, pops his ult inside the Pit of Malice. Is going to lifesteal a little bit here. Does he have enough to actually get out? Doesn't look like that's going to be the case. So a lot was expended from both respective teams, and we'll have to look at the graph to see who actually wins this. And the Roche has now spawned, so that's going to be a big contesting thing. My English is escaping me right now. It's in the point of contention. Thank you, Cinder. Oh, Blink in hoof stomp onto the Underlord. That's the tanky really target, of course. GH gets a nice impale, but there's a Caudle ult on top of 2. Nyx Assassin at half HP. Looks like they're gonna find Underlord pretty easily. Actually, surprisingly so, but I guess when it's a 5v1, it's not too hard after all. GH falls now, and that means that Roche can open up here. There is a buyback, though, and a Dark Rift available, and Mind Control is going to use it. They're actually going for Roche here. I was going to say, out of the 2 teams, I don't know who's going to win this game, but Nip has just looked very solid. Like, they haven't really made any huge mistakes in either game so far.
Oh, this will be a big moment.
Getting quite low. Supreme has coil available. Oh, they're going to find the Troll Warrior. He gets LSA'd into the Laguna Blade. The defensive Crimson Guard is going to keep him alive for now. Coil onto a couple heroes, it looks like, as Charlie will whack away at this Underlord. He's at half HP. This is going to be a dieback if they're able to get him. Underlord pops the Pit of Malice, but that is an absolute dieback for him. Kuroki at half HP now, already popped his Hand of God. Charlie has no mana to speak of. He's going to try to 1v1 Miracle, or now it's turned into a 4v1, as there's the stun. He's rooted again. It's going to be really close. Charlie ends up getting the kill. It's a 3-0, and somehow Troll will live, and it looks like Weeha will be the 4th death. And Roche is free. Okay, Troll did die. All right. They do find that kill. Who takes the Aegis now? I guess it's Supreme. But a really good fight again from Nip. Man, they're playing so well today.
Yeah, Weaver Eggs, and oh my god, they found GH.
Oh, I didn't see that he had that finished. Damn. Well, and Pale's going to miss, and the silence is, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so that's a full team
they're
wipe.
destroying them. It's flat out outplaying them in both games.
I mean, I know what you're going to say here. Troll Warlord is usually the one that you want the Aegis. I mean, obviously he's dead, but...
I kind of like it on Centaur, actually, just because this is the hero that can siege high ground the best out of the two, right? And will frontline the most.
God! Okay. Oh, that must have felt so good. All right,
Enchanted
Tier 2
Quiver.
towers next.
It's a lot of damage.
He doesn't consider it a fair fight. If they can't attack,
a heart
he
now.
doesn't do jack. It rhymed as well. Miracle.
You were right, Shannon. You're right the whole time. Centaur is indeed going to high ground this game. You called it in the beginning of the game.
I'm always right. Let's be real here. Okay, here's the initiation. Dark Rift was activated very early. They're trying to save Miracle's life. Looks like they'll do so. They'll have a short walk back. Charlie, no more ult for you, my friend. But they don't even get the range racks, although Era might go in for a little poke here. Ends up getting the time lapse again. Not sure how long the Aegis is going to last. They do get the range racks. Saberlight is all alone. But again, Aegis, time lapse in 4 seconds. This is a raid boss like I've never seen. He kind of wants to die, I feel like. I feel like he needs to die here. They want to actually use the Aegis to some degree. But we'll see if that ends up being correct or not.
He has 111 regen because his heart is also amping the regen he gets from the repair kit.
See, I feel like this might be a game where if Miracle does get 25, you take the critical strike, man. You're doing no damage right now. Good lord.
And Connell can always give him the mana that he just had burned. Man, this is sexy. There we go.
Wow, this... all right, well, initiation. There's the Abyssal Blade onto the puck. They're going to find him with the Laguna Blade. So a good start for Team NIGMA to start this off. But Charlie, still living through the day, has the BKB activated. No ult for a little bit. Has to pop the cheese. Will attempt to TP out. Will do so successfully. And now the rest of NIP on the run. So a little bit miscalculation. Aegis, I believe, just ran out. I don't think he died.
There's always that mana burst coming in from Caudle. He has Greaves and Chakra, so you can't ignore Saberlight ever. He will be a problem the whole fight. Oh, he's going to break the smoke.
Ooh, he sure is. He goes on top of Kuroki, and now everyone goes on top of him. See if they can do anything about this. Abyssal Blade again onto the puck.
Blinding light,
nice
coil.
blinding light out of the coil. Can they kill Miracle? They will. Beautifully done. Now Mind Control forced to use Dark Rift again, but Laguna Blade does rip the puck in half.
And again.
So it's a 1-for-1.
And so Neko, here's the classic bait. He's going to trigger the scan red around the pit, and then they're not going to go in. They're going to instead try to loop around.
No, they just killed the courier, so they know that they're not in there anymore. But they might clash anyway. Pit of Malice used in defensive manner here. They're going to go top of Kuroki. He's already at half health. Will-O-Wisp will be popped as well. Looks like Kuroki will fall. Gets off his Hand of God at the last moment, but is really just for himself, as nobody's really low from the side of Team NIGMA. Oh, the Hoof Stomp's not going to be there in time. Very close. Coil as well. But this is on an illusion. They're beating the shit out of it.
Yeah, there was a lot of pretty scary things happening in that fight. Sure, they jumped Kuro, but Supreme's initiation to begin with looked really dodgy. He jumped in, got a silence off, and then phase shifted, and he got caught in a Pit of Malice, but they protected him well enough. He could have died there in the opening of the fight, and that could have been real bad. Miracle is going to find Suneko.
Real bad. You know, Suneko's dead.
Quick kill.
They picked up the Aghanim Scepter Synth, and it is on Puck, which, I mean, that's the perfect hero to have it for. The Coil will be even stronger against the likes of PL. I mean, PL is the one that you're really struggling to kill in these fights. He's by far the hardest. And he actually has an illusion escape, which is incredibly good for him. He's going to get a stomp. Charlie, they do a lot of damage. There's the Abyssal Blade to counter him to some degree. Gets the Doppelganger off, but he's finding the right one. Wow, that was actually really unlucky for Miracle.
There was a ward on the high ground, actually, so he would have died anyway, probably.
Oh, okay.
But not even RNG on his side this game, it looks like.
70 seconds.
Yeah, I think NIP should just pull the trigger here. Oh my god, they found Lina too. Yeah, that's a really good ward, and that is a really big kill.
That is the Ag's coil again. Not that it was really needed, but it's technically correct what I just said. It was an Ag's coil.
He's
you
not
really think he'll buy boots of travel right now? When he's so close to Lincoln's?
He's waiting for refresher, I think, on Coddle, right? Is he better?
Or, I mean, sorry, refresher I meant, yeah.
No, I was just curious if they had made the if they've made the call that PL has no buyback here, or they're like, we don't think he does. You could have travels and just be here right now.
Oh, stop onto 2. Can they get Lina? This is gonna be a dieback onto Weeha if they're able to do so. Impale connects. Weeha will be safe now. Underlord gets the Pit of Malice. Wait, will Weeha be safe? Supreme comes in with a level 3 dag, and there is the hand of God to keep him alive a little bit longer, but not long enough. 120 seconds dieback for Weeha. Mind Control will be the second to die. Does have buyback. Gonna continue on to GH. Have to be careful here because PL is now alive, but it is a 5v4, and the question is, will NIP continue? Likely,
they have no reason not to. They can keep giving mana to this troll with the Coddle. They have Aegis, Cheese. They have the whole thing. It's over,
indeed.
man.
He still has Aegis. Aegis is good to go. Gonna get stunned up. Underlord, this would be a dieback on him. He's able to get it off. Stampede is there. Charlie, very low on HP, very low on mana, but there's a time lapse again. But, you know, he has Aegis, so at the end of the day, doesn't really care too much about dying right now. And Miracle is able to do a decent amount of damage. Gets blinding lit. Still a 5v4 as the buyback onto the Nyx Assassin comes through. Troll Warlord's Aegis finally gets popped, as the right clicks will commence from Miracle, trying to save this game for his team. They are down 0-1. They will be out of the series. And this is going to be mega creeps at the very least, if not more, because Lina is still dead for 45 seconds. Charlie, no ult for another 15 seconds. Has to be a little bit careful, but time lapse is still in the back as Era is fully healthy and good to go. But so is Charlie. That is mega creeps. Lots of mana being supplied to Charlie. This is like a Valorant game, Cinder, and lots of supports left, right, and center, my friend. Charlie, time lapse. No, he doesn't get it off. Troll Warlord dies, but Mega Creeps are intact. It looks like they're going to get the Abyssal Blade off again. So Puck, basically using that just on Puck this game, it feels like. And Team NIGMA might be able to get a few kills here, but the question is, can they do more than that? Because they are down Mega Creeps. 2 buybacks available on Centaur and Troll. Puck, not so much. All right, Team NIGMA, they're going to get a set of racks mid. Yeah. Puck is up in 8 seconds, and you have to assume that NIP will try to defend here. Miracle not even remotely close to this rapier, which I feel like could potentially make that big difference that they're looking for.
Alternatively, they're like, okay, we think it could get scary with the rapier. Let's just get it done and not wait for Aegis. Yeah. It seems to be the call right now. They have 2 Coddle ultis.
I mean, they have buybacks on several heroes here. Weeha just came up. They're going to jump Weeha again, and again the same result. He drops to his death. Will-O-Wisp was used, though. Not the best placement here. They're going to go on top of Miracle. The towers are going down pretty quick. That's a double Will-O-Wisp ult now, and there are the right clicks, and Miracle will fall. 100 seconds on the deck, but buys back into the game immediately. GH is in a lot of trouble, and they can just go for the Ancient here. And there's not a whole lot that Team NIGMA can do, considering this Will-O-Wisp is redonkulous, especially with that talent. Look at the AoE on this thing. Good God. Actually insane. And Era, of course, still has that time-lapse available if anybody's even remotely low. GH and company, they really just can't do anything. Time-lapse? Is it coming soon? Not even needed. Ancient, destroyed, and Nick go on to beat Team NIGMA 2-0, Cinder.
Yeah. Man, they outplayed them both games. They executed fights better. I think they maybe have a better understanding of the meta as well.